Okay, class, today we're going to talk about what happens when you don't listen to your real estate agent and how even in a seemingly strong market, you may need to get some advice from your agent instead of giving them all of the advice. So I had a client about a year ago who was selling a house. It was a condo actually in downtown Seattle, and even though the market all around was seemingly doing pretty well, the condo market in downtown Seattle was having a bad time because COVID kind of emptied out that area. There were a lot of businesses that left. People weren't coming back to work. It was having a hard time. And so we put the house on the market. We staged it. Everything was beautiful, but he wanted to price it really high. He had bought it for a certain price. He had held on to it. He wanted to resell it and make a certain amount of money. And unfortunately, things like how much money you want to make don't come into the equation when it comes to how much you should sell your house for. So he ended up, we talked about bringing it down. He did a couple of small price reductions, but he was pretty stuck on the idea of getting it for a certain price. Comps supported his price, but the sales activity did not. And so what ended up happening was after a year on the market, the property expired, and then he waited for a while, maybe waited 6 months. All this time the property is vacant. He's paying on a empty home with a mortgage and like $1,000 a month HOA, and then relisted the property for about $100,000 less than his original list price, and after maybe 4 months on the market was able to get it under contract. So just goes to show sometimes even if you have a beautiful home, you've maxed it out, you've done everything right, comps are one thing, our desires are one thing, but we also need to have a certain amount of activity, a certain number of showings. No one's coming to see the property, it's not going to get sold. So here's kind of a chart from Zillow showing what was going on in the market during that time. And I want you to just think about this, because almost every seller wants to sell their house for more than their agent recommends, and they think their agent is being lazy. But the agent is trying to help you go with the momentum and the excitement for the property, which is strongest when you first launch, and it is not strong when you've been on the market for a year and only made tiny price changes.